I'll leave the video. I'll leave the link in the video in the description box. This the video says it itself. There's no explanation. The video says it itself. There was only one, actually two. Well, split. Freaking Saquon Barkley said a huge fan of Randy Moss, but okay, so 2 for Moss, 5. No, two for Jerry, 5 for Moss. Because obviously Barkley couldn't really make up his mind. But he did say Randy Moss, so I would probably say he did say Randy Moss first. So you could say 5-1. Outside of obviously Joe Montana, of course he's going to say freaking Jerry Rice. And listen, I have no problem with Jerry Rice. You know, what he did, it can never be done. You know, obviously different times, different generation, different era. But when you say the word impact, like you have cats like Jeffrey Jefferson, you have LeGarrette Blount, like you have, like, people don't understand. People don't understand the word impact. Jerry Rice left a lasting legacy. People say you got Moss for a reason. He was a ticking catchphrase, you know? Like, you literally, like, defensive coordinators had the game plan against Moss. He didn't really have the game plan against Jerry Rice because he was a technician. He had good hands. He can run every route in that route tree. But I'm not going to play devil's advocate because if you do that, then you might say, well, if you take Joe Montana and Steve Young away from Jerry Rice, what is Jerry Rice's record? What is Jerry Rice's career? Like, he'll have all the stats, but with no rings. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, hypothetically, if you give Randy Moss, Joe Montana, and Steve Young, he's doing a lot more with more. You know, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss did less with more. Okay? Outside of that New England run where he scored, what was it, 23 touchdowns or something like that, where he broke their single season touchdown record for most touchdowns. And then obviously he lost in the Super Bowl, and then he redeemed himself by going to the Super Bowl again with the 49ers, even though with the blackout and, you know, that was technically wasn't really his fault. But yeah, man, it was just something about Randy Moss, man. I mean, the guy was electric. You could see it in his aura, you know. Even Club Shay Shay, you know, he had Ochocinco on, Chad Ochocinco on. Even he said it. He even added T.O. and Calvin Johnson to the mix. Like, those guys revolutionized the game. Those guys, you had the game plan. You didn't really have the game plan for Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was playing in the league with plumbers and janitors. Randy Moss and T.O. was playing in the era where you got your head took off by a Ray Lewis, a Troy Polamalu, or a Sean Taylor, R.I.P. Like, what are we talking about? You know? Like, Like, people just be like, again, I'm not taking anything away from Jerry Rice, but Jerry Rice never brought anything to the game. He was just a receiver. I mean, he got open, he scored a lot of touchdowns, got a lot of yards. That's basically it. But Randy Moss, like, defense had a game plan against him, man. I mean, you could triple team him, double team him. You know, like, he was called Moss for a reason. Like, but this is why you can't really compare football, man. It's just, it's a very needy position or sport. You know, everybody everybody has to have somebody to depend on. You know, outside of a running back, obviously, a running back needs an offensive line. Quarterbacks need receivers, tight ends. It's just a needy position, or it's just a needy sport. You know, like the quarterbacks that Randy Moss had. Um, I mean, the teams that Randy Moss was on. I mean, answer yourself this question: if Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver of all time, why did he leave the 49ers? Like, he could have been a lifer. He could have stayed with the 49ers throughout his whole entire career, just like a Dirk, um, just like I'm doing basketball now, just like a Ray Lewis. I'm not gonna do Ed Reed because Ed Reed played for the Texans. Like a Troy Polamalu, like a Ed Reed. I mean, a Ray Lewis, a Troy Polamalu. Uh, who was a lifer? I'm pretty sure Sean Taylor was going to be a lifer. Until he tragically passed away. You know, you look at Eli. I'm doing non-quarterbacks, or I'm doing quarterbacks as well, and non-quarterbacks. You have to, so impact leaves a lasting memory. You know, like, think about it, right? Like, for example, that catch that Odell Beckham Jr. did. Nobody cared about the game. Like, nobody really cared about the game that went down that Sunday night. Nobody cared about the Giants' loss. Everybody was talking about what? The catch. Like, did anybody care that the Cowboys won? No. What was on everybody's mind? What was trending worldwide? The catch. To this day, people are still trying to emulate the catch. Now, obviously, the gloves did help, because I don't think he would have fucking done that shit barehanded. But the gloves obviously did help. But just the concentration in the direction of the ball, you know. But yeah, man, like I said, man, Jerry Rice can have all the accolades, the stats, the championships, but if there's one thing that he's not, it's number 84. Because there's nobody like him, and there'll ever be nobody like him. So, have fun, debate about it, tell it to your kids, but at the end of the day, you won't get mossed. Bad. I'll leave it alone. Very good conversation to have, but I'll leave it up to y'all.